Hello everyone and welcome to Past the Post. My name is Michael Adolphs and we're going to go over the very best of horse racing from around the world. We kick things off with Group 1 action. We go to Germany first in Munich. For the Group 1, Grosser, Dalmar, Price, for 3-year-olds and upward over 10 furlongs, one of the top middle distance races in Middle Europe. 10 went to post, including 2 3-year-olds taking on their elders, the elder, of course, being favorite Map of Stars for Wathnon. But in the end, it was 3-year-old Tornado Alert who got it done by 2.5 lengths as the 5-1 third choice with Oisin Murphy aboard for Said bin Suror. The Godolphin Homebred, of course, beat Map of Stars into second, while Lazio, the other 3-year-old in the race, rounded out the top 3.
Still with those as Grand Stars, so it's all to play for as they turn into the home straight, and Atozo tries to quicken on and goes 2 or 3 lengths clear. Now Tornado Alert moves up on the outside. Persica is ridden into third. Here goes Caliph, and here comes Map of Stars down the outer. Tornado Alert showed his cards first. Map of Stars bearing down. Persica still battling away. Caliph seems beaten in fourth behind those. Grand Stars trying to get involved, but it's still Tornado Alert who leads, and Map of Stars can't get to him. Tornado Alert's gone on by 2 or 3 for Oisin Murphy, and it's Tornado Alert for a first Group 1 win. Tornado Alert wins it.
I'm so happy. I have so much to thank Said bin Suror for. He has given me many Group 1 winners and big race winners all over the world, and it's brilliant to achieve with this horse.
He said first that he was not sure if he was loving the ground, but it kind of looks like he did, right?
He's just improving at the right time.
We head over to the UK for Group 1 action. We also have the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, one of the top middle distance races in the world, over at Ascot. And 5 went to post, topped in the market by Calandigan, but also having Rebels Romance, our 2-time Breeders' Cup champion. In the end, though, Calandigan would not be denied, having a clear trip on the outside under Mikel Barcelona to win by a length as the 11-10 favorite. Francis Henri Graffard trains this one for the Aga Khan. The homebred beat out another homebred, Kalpana for Judmont, into second. Rebels Romance got stuck down on the inside throughout the race and couldn't find room for that big stride, having to check in third.
He gets increasingly emanated on Jan Bruegel. Coming round them is the filly Kalpana. Between them, continuous. Rebels Romance a little short of room and can't get through. Calandigan is stalking. Kalpana sets sail. Outpaces Jan Bruegel. Calandigan coming after the filly. Kalpana has quickened up tremendously. Can Calandigan reel her in here? He's getting a bit closer. Inside the final furlong. Kalpana from Calandigan. Calandigan is a half length. Now it's just a neck, now it's a nose, and the French horse goes on, and Calandigan wins the King George.
Well, we knew we're not going to have enough speed to be any closer anyway, and no, we went. I expect the race to go quicker, to be honest, but no, my horse was travelling well all the way around, and once Ocean make the move, I've been able to really follow him in a nice way, so I was very confident for that point.
What were you thinking when there wasn't a very strong pace on and you're sitting last?
Well, I knew my horse got a good turn of foot, but there just was, did William was boxing, so will he be able to get out or continuous, and I would have to make a lot of ground going outside, so I had the 2 options, stay inside, and if we don't get the gap, but he didn't get it, so I have to follow Ocean.
And then when Kalpana kicked, did you think for a brief moment, oh no, she's going to get away from me?
Well, I knew from last point when she kicked out much, that would be the horse to beat. And but once I give him a clear, and it really lengths, and win it well today.
Yeah, it was brilliant as ever. And for you to win in these colours in such an important year, it's been very sad, obviously, for the family, and for Francis Henri in this race, it must mean so much to you all.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big privilege for me to have the role now for the Aga Khan, and they give me a lot of confidence, and to win this kind of races, this is what they expect, and so my role is just to do it right. So no, we're very happy for today.
He's an important horse. It's a very, very important race in the calendar. Last year I came up with an outsider. We won, and I realized how big the race was and how important it was for me and my staff and my family. So today it's a really big win. I'm so happy.
Yeah, you came in with a lot more pressure this year. A horse who's been brilliant this season, but tactically we didn't know what was going to happen, and I'm sure you didn't really know until the gates opened.
Yes, and what happened was the opposite of what we were expecting, you know. So it's all about tactics in these races, but I think Michael knows the horse well, and he has confidence in him now. And he's a good horse. I mean, to go and being able to catch up Kalpana in the last furlong, it's impressive, because when she kicked for home, she was very impressive, I thought.
Yeah, it was a very, very cool ride. I loved his attitude. I loved the way he went through with it, and I thought he could have very easily said, no, it's too hard to go through with this and go past her, but he's got a big heart.
He does. But I was more stressed today because he has been a lot in his races a lot of time hot favorite, and he got beaten a few times already. So when I saw the filly kicking for home, I was like, oh my God, I hope he's not going to finish neck second, you know. But no, he's a very good horse. He can quicken. He's beautiful stride. The mechanic of this horse is beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm so thrilled for the whole Aga Khan team at home, and Princess Zara, and it's fantastic to have horses like him in the yard and being competitive at the top level.
Yeah, and it's lovely still to see these colours in what has been a tough year for the family. So it's great to have these wins at the very, very top level, isn't it?
Oh, exactly. I mean, it's very important, and these colours are so popular. So many racing fans enjoy watching these colours winning at the top level. So it's great for the game in general, for the sport, and yeah, hopefully we can keep bringing nice winners to the colours, and we can keep going.
Action kicked off that day at Ascot with the 6 furlong maiden for 2-year-olds, which is definitely one to keep note of, with 7 going to post, topped in the market by Godolphin's Words of Truth, who would not be denied by a length and a half as the 13-8 favourite. William Buick was aboard for Godolphin and Charlie Appleby. New Monarch finished second, while his Tiny Shikak Bezweshad was third. Another Godolphin runner, Harbour Lock, was sixth.
Harbour Lock is close up in third from Dark Shore. Then King of Thunder in the centre in the orange jacket, away to the right Wet Chard in the yellow colours, and finally Havana Smile. The leaders are bunching together now. Words of Truth almost level with New Monarch, who's now nudged along. Far side Dark Shore putting in a run, the grey. On the near side on the right Wet Chard with Harbour Lock and King of Thunder with a chance as well as they race on towards the final furlong. It's Words of Truth that has taken it up in the hands of William Buick. New Monarch is switched far side, trying to rally. Near side is Wet Chard, who's dashing home, but it's Words of Truth by a length and a half to New Monarch, and racing up towards the line. Words of Truth will win by about a length and a half.
I thought it was a good performance, and he proved for his first run. Obviously gelded since, which probably helped him. He was just a bit above himself, so he's more focused on the job now in hand, and I think he'll improve plenty.
Yeah, I know you've not ridden him before, first time you've sat on him, but he's got a nice bit of pace about him, hasn't he?
He has. He does everything you want to, and you know, he'll get 7. You know, he'll stay 7 now, so that may be where his future will lie.
And not a nice way to start the day with that burst of rain, but conditions out there?
He's just freshened it up, I suppose. Still good fast ground, beautiful cover. Yeah, I don't think the ground, that recent rain has made any sort of real impact on the going. So
no, just soaked your colours, but Rebels Romance, looking forward to getting on your old mate, I'm sure.
Of course I am. You know, I always look forward to riding him, and you know, he's got a big crowd here for him today, so hopefully he can do it.
Well, watching it, but like I say, Will, you know, as we said there before, he's got a little bit about him. As Will said, he's got he still thinks he's a colt, but yeah, was always keen to sort of jump and use the experience. Will got him there up in the van there, and he's a horse that once William had sort of asked him to pick up, I was confident that it would take something sensible, nice to pass him out there.
Yeah, because it looked as though he kind of jumped back on the bridle sort of at the halfway point.
Yeah, like I say, he's shown that a bit at home off of his work, to be brutally honest. Will got off him the other day quite... It's unusual for... I got a bit angry with him the other morning. And for Will, that doesn't normally happen. Yeah, he knows that the horse is just keeping a little bit underneath the bonnet, shall we say.
Got character, which is interesting. What now for him, Charlie? Because obviously I know you were thinking of a Goodwood Maiden, but you've come here, which is the right decision.
Yeah, to be honest, no immediate plans to see where we are. I mean, Will said he'd be happy to step him up to 7, if not the next run, sooner rather than later. So no set plans as yet, but he's going to be a handy horse. He will be a handy horse.
More group action on that same day at Ascot. We have the Group 3 Princess Margaret for 2-year-olds over 6 furlongs. 10 went to post, with favoritism falling on too darn hot filly Fitzella, and she didn't disappoint either, winning by a length as the 9-4 choice. Oisin Murphy got his second stakes win of the weekend, this time for Hugo Palmer and DR Passant and Hefin Williams. Steya for KHK Racing of Bahrain was second, while Bella Lyra rounded out the top 3.
In the violet jacket on the extreme right is Sakanya. They're followed by Steya. Far side in the blue and white jacket, Danae of Dandy. And then Bella Lyra. Fitzella now coming under a drive. Midnight Tango tries to challenge. Aragan Bay switch to the far side with a chance to with Eskimo Pie as they run inside the final furlong. Fitzella still leads. Steya is running on well. Midnight Tango, but it's still Fitzella who spearheads the field. Bella Lyra with a late run as well, but Fitzella is going to hold them all in the Princess Margaret.
I didn't want to lead, Hilly, but she broke really well. She broke a bit like Usain Bolt in the Olympics. Yeah. And I was able to fill up just as we entered the course proper. And then she was tough under pressure, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make call here at Ascot. So, like Usain Bolt, she was able to sustain that gallop.
I thought she wanted 7 on pedigree, although type, you might argue that. But the way she hit the line there, clearly she would get 7. And maybe that might be her next run, you know, something like the Prix Calvados or something.
Yeah, well, that was really exciting, and hopefully they can start making some big plans. I mean, it's a stiff 6 here, and hard to do it like that, so I can't see why sort of level of 7 would make sense.
Sure, particularly 7 on a turn as well, you know, going forward. But Hardy filly, daughter too darn hot. Hugo had a few winners yesterday. The horses are flying, and it's nice these better animals come out and perform like that.
She's very game, but she's very good as well. We were disappointed she didn't win the Albany, and I know the Albany winner is very good, but I think she's the 4th horse to run out of the Albany, and and she's the 3rd one to win a group race, and the other one won a maiden. So it looks like a pretty strong race. It looked on paper, I thought beforehand, which was going to be the stronger Ascot 2-year-old race, the Queen Mary or the Albany, and by half or 3/4 of a length we proved it was the Albany. Thankfully. But yeah, look, she's tough, she's game, she's good looking, she's well bred. Just delighted with her, really.
Will you go up in trip from here?
Yes, I think so. I said to Matt Chapman on one of the other channels beforehand, we'd go 7, whatever happened after this, and I think we will. Prix de Calvados would be a possibility. She loved this fast ground today. She wouldn't want soft ground, so we just have to be wary of that. But yeah, we'll go up in trip. She's in the Moyglare, and I probably won't put her in the Fillies Mile. If she was to run over a mile this year, probably the Breeders' Cup. So we'll just see. But lots to look forward to.
The Group 3 Valiant Stakes for 3-year-old nut fillies and mares over 8 furlongs followed, with 9 going to post, including Coronation and Guinea's 5th, Chantilly Lace. Cheshire Dancer, though, was upset-minded. Number 1 there, winning by a neck, was 22-1 under Billy Loughnane for Hugo Palmer, giving that conditioner his 2nd stakes win in a row. Manor House Stables owns this one, who beat out American Gal into 2nd. Chantilly Lace had the check-in 3rd in a 4-way photo.
and Cheshire Dancer. They're inside the 3 and they turn for home. Chantilly Lace on the far side, just the leader. American Gal is right there for Mikel Barcelona. Cajole is trying to reel them back on the outside. They're chased by Royal Dress. Chantilly Lace coming under a strong drive. American Gal, Cajole looking to the outside. Jancis is running on well in the black cap with Cheshire Dancer inside the final furlong. American Gal on the near side. Cheshire Dancer, Jancis. Chantilly Lace still pitching on the far side. It's going to be really tight. American Gal on the near side. Cheshire Dancer.
For whatever reason, I don't know. I don't think any trainer could ever tell you how it happens, but we've hit a very rich vein of form at the moment. The horses are really well. The team at home have worked fantastically hard with them, and you know, when your luck's in, your luck's in, I guess. She's got a super ride from Billy. I still can't quite believe it. I just had to watch it back to be sure it happened.
I know. Was it the plan though to kind of come with one long sweeping challenge?
No, not at all. I said to Billy from that wide draw, if she jumps nicely, maybe slot across and get, you know, one off the rail halfway. And he cleverly realised that if he did that, he was going to be 4 off the rail. So he just took his medicine and rode and hoped that things went well, and they did. So wonderful. They've
gone really well. You did say the Pontefract run was good. You just bumped into one potentially that
100%, but we've beaten that filly today.
Yeah.
You know, off level weights, I think.
Yeah.
So, James Tate's filly, wasn't it? Royal Dress. So, look, she's as I said to you an hour ago, half an hour ago, you know, she's now produced 4 career bests in a row, which is just, absolutely thrilling, beyond exciting.
She's produced 3 career bests now, and she just keeps on improving. When these fillies sort of get on that trajectory, who knows where it can take her, but they went very fast in front. I was a little bit further back than ideal, but she picked up nice, and she's very, very tough.
Yeah, then coming round the field, you got a lovely run through.
Yeah, had a real smooth passage round, and I think she enjoyed that, just where they were sort of coming back in our laps a little bit from the furlong and a half, just kept filling her up with confidence, and she was very tough.
I guess sometimes the pace of the race, it just means you can reverse form, which she has done with some of those today.
Yeah, 100%, and she relaxes wherever she is in the race, so switching her off and just riding her for that nice turn of foot worked.
Last to cover on that Saturday card at Ascot, the 5:15 was the Whispering Angel handicap for 3-year-olds and upward over 5 furlongs. 14 went to post, including solid favourite Aram Ram at 9-4. But he could only manage 9th as Cover Up, a horse we know well at the Carnival, won well by 3/4 of a length as the 7-2 third choice. William Buick got his second of 2 stakes wins in the process on the weekend, this time for Simon and Ed Crisford and Khalifa Saeed Suleiman. Rhythm and Hoofs was second, with another long shot King of Stars in third.
Pentoka Madeira, Wolverhampton, Azure Angel, then Roman Dragon and a Ram on the far side. Isolated is the slow starting Emperor Spirit, who's well out of contention. Vintage Claret coming through on the stand side. Rhythm and Hooves with King of Stars. Glamorous Breeze every chance. A Ram begins to stay on, but will need to fly home. It's Rhythm and Hooves who leads the way on the near side. Cover Up challenging now in the blue sleeves. Oh, and Cover Up comes sweeping on by, and Cover Up had it covered.
We back up to Friday at Ascot for the listed Pat Ettery Stakes for 2-year-olds over 7 furlongs. 6 went to post, including Time to Turn, who was earning most of the pre-race attention. The Godolphin Homebred got it done by a head here as the 13-8 favorite, giving William Buick another stakes win. Charlie Appleby, of course, trains this one for the Godolphin Blue. A Bit of Spirit was second. The winner is a son of Dark Angel.
From Series A, Time to Turn, yet to be delivered on the far side, and on the right is Italica, an open-looking race. Reciprocated is Asked for More now, and coming home well, A Bit of Spirit and Italica down the near side. Time to Turn now, being asked a big question on the far side from Sirius A. A race down inside the final furlong. Time to Turn has quickened up smartly to lead now. Goes on from A Bit of Spirit and Italica, racing inside the final furlong. Time to Turn by a length to Bit of Spirit, who's fighting back, but Time to Turn held on.
They were just getting a run on us on the other side of the track, so you know I ran out of horses to follow where I was positioned, and we just had to chase the race. potentially a little bit earlier than ideal, but he's held on well. Look, he's a pretty talented horse, and I think he showed it there.
Yeah, it's a good performance. I mean, you say he's a pretty talented horse. You've got a pecking order. You've got 2 or 3 heading to Goodwood next week. You know, is he up there with potential Dewhurst types, do you think?
Well, it's a bit early to say, obviously, but you see him. He's quite a big horse. He's done a lot of growing. You know, he's a good stamp of a horse, so you'd imagine he'd only improve. So, you know, he'll be given every opportunity anyway.
We head over to York for a couple of stakes this weekend. First on Saturday, the 240 there was the Group 2 York Stakes, over an extended 10 furlongs for 3-year-olds and upward, and always an interesting race and the biggest local prep for the Juddmonte International. 7 went to post, including His Highness Sheikh Ahmed's 6-4 favorite, Al Maqam. But he couldn't overcome Royal Champion, who came back to form really well to win by 2 3/4 lengths as the 8-1 fourth choice. Clifford Lee was in the saddle for Carl Burke and Sheikh Mohammed Abayed Al Maktoum. Al Maqam could only manage second, while Akiral's Secret rounded out the top 3.
Behind those, Al Maqam in 5th place is closing. Akiral's Secret is next, and Bay City Roller still towards the back. Down the straight they come, back towards the final 3.5 in the Skyvet York Stakes. On the far side, Green Impact tackled by Certain Lad. Al Maqam trying to pick up on the far side. Stanhope Gardens now asked for an effort as well. Royal Champion travelling well behind them towards the near side, the yellow with the black spots. Bay City Rollers trying to join in as well. There's plenty of chances here in the feature. Certain Lad tackled by Stanhope Gardens. Between horses right there is Green Impact towards the far side. Al Maqam trying to get into top gear, and here's Royal Champion beginning to blast right over the top. Inside the furlong they go, and Royal Champion hits the front and starts to scorch away for Clifford Lee. Al Maqam's giving chase in second, but it's Royal Champion inside the final half who's put this race to bed in no uncertain terms.
A day earlier at York on Friday, the 7:48, there was the listed Lyric Filly Stakes. 12 went to post, including Godolphin's Victory Queen and 10-3 favorite Revoir. In the end, though, it was San Gazelle winning by a length as the 4-1 third choice, with Oisin Murphy in the saddle for John and Thady Gosted. The Thoroughbred Racing Corporation owns this one, beating out Rainbow's Edge, owned by His Majesty the King, in second. It was a 1-2 finish for the Gosden yard. Victory Queen for Godolphin was 4th, while Revoir was 5th.
It's still San Gazelle who leads as they come back inside the 3. San Gazelle trying to see them off from the front. A length to the good over Molten Rock. Right in behind the pace, Rainbow's Edge still travels okay. Charlotte's Web trying to pick up with Imperial Quarter. Victory Queen, Ambiente Amigo is next, but it's still San Gazelle as they race back to the final furlong and a half. San Gazelle under power pack drive from Oisin Murphy leads by a couple of lengths to Rainbow's Edge, and Rab Havlin trying to close in. Charlotte's Web kept going near side. Victory Queen the far side, but it's still San Gazelle trying to make all in the Lyric. They race inside the final 100 yards. San Gazelle and all the way winner.
Yeah, Thady said just be open-minded, get her out, and then whatever you want to do. And she loved the track. She had some decent form back in the spring. It obviously went wrong in France, but it's lovely. She's got a really good pedigree, and her owner, Prince Faisal, is here, so everyone is buzzing.
And it was a good race that she ran in France, obviously been the highest level last time out, and things didn't go away, so this was a bit more realistic in a sense.
Sure, trying to get her back on track. She was always well liked, and she won on debut, and she has a pedigree to live up to, but she's getting there, Chris.
Yeah, you know a good horse when you sit on one. Does she feel like one that can go into higher grades?
Yeah, I got a very good feel off her until quite late in the race. One must remember she's probably only getting to her best now, Scopy filly, so hopefully she can step up from listed grade and account herself with credit in deeper races.
Couple more stakes to go over in the UK. First, we go over to Thursday at Sandown. The 320 there was the listed Star Stakes for 2-year-old fillies. Lots of 2-year-old action this week. This one over 7 furlongs. 8 went to post, including a Ryan's Belt, the 5-2 favorite. But she could only manage third as Hope Queen won by a neck as the 15-2 third choice. Clifford Lee and Carl Burke both got their second stakes wins of the weekend, this time for Jabber Abdullah. Jennifer Jane finished second. The winner is a granddaughter of champion and 5-time Group 1 winner, Attraction.
at the rear end of the field. Straightening for home, just outside the final 3 furlongs in the European Bloodstock News EBF Star Stakes. And Jennifer Jane in front still. Has to tough it out, though. Mystic Moments coming again. Orion's Belt on the outside. Then comes Hope Queen. The other 4 struggling to land a blow. Tavana's best of the rest. Nandita making only moderate late gains. Haynar looks well beaten. So to Electoral College. And Jennifer Jane is, for the moment, toughing it out. In behind, Hope Queen trying to manufacture a run. Goes second. Then Orion's Belt on the outside. Jennifer Jane, tough as you like. Hope Queen, the danger though down the outside. Jennifer Jane and Hope Queen to the line. Hope Queen, Jennifer Jane.
I was kind of locked up in behind horses and wondering which one was going to fade away and which one was going to keep going. I ended up switching back on the rail. And then once I got the clear run, I just always knew that she was going to gallop to the line.
She had to use herself a bit to get out as well. You know, she's obviously got a bit about her anyway. She's not shy, is she?
No, she's definitely not shy. She's even though she's a filly, she's quite bullish in that way. But no, after her first win at Beverley, we always knew she'd be a nice filly. And it's nice to get a list of them today.
Successful transition up in grade. You know, she could be a Lauder type, I guess. Could she? Would you stick at 7 for now?
She could be. After that run today, I nearly stick at 7 or go to a mile now in these better grade races. You know, yeah. She galloped to the line nicely and she's handled the ground very well.
Yeah, a bit of cut in that ground. Is that important or not necessarily?
With this filly, yeah. I mean, it helps her. She's a galloper and she keeps going. She's handled the ground very well.
And on Sunday in the UK at Pontefract, the 255 there was the listed Pomfret Stakes for 3-year-olds and upward over 14 furlongs. 6 went to post, including 15-8 favorite Point Lannis, who ran inexplicably flat. In the meantime, Make Me King won by 1.25 lengths with the 7-2 second choice. Danny Tudhope was in the saddle for Hamid Al-Jahani and Qatar's Wathlon Racing. Cicero's Gift was second, while Check and Challenge was third, and Sheikh Mohammed Abayad's Boiling Point rounded out the top 4.
Moving up on the outside of Point Linus, who holds every chance. Boiling Point struggling to hold a position. Cicero's Gift is making an effort on the outside as the leaders approach the final furlong, and Make Me King heads the long-time leader Prague. Cicero's Gift running on in third. Point Linus fading away with Boiling Point as Make Me King now has to repel the challenge of Cicero's Gift. Check and Challenge finishing well. Make Me King wins the Pomfret Stakes.
Very nice, Chris. Got a nice position early, you know, and they didn't go as quick as I thought they would be. Point Linus he took a lead, so I'm surprised at that. You know, I gave my fella a chance to travel smoothly, and when I picked him up, he showed a nice turn of foot as well. So, yeah, I think I was in the right position at the right time, and he got the job done. So it was a great performance.
I think most people are expecting Point Linus to go on. Was your plan to follow him, whatever, really?
Yeah, I was looking to get in behind one anyway. I didn't think I'd be in behind Point Linus, you know. I thought I'd be in behind something else, but the race didn't work out the way I thought it would. But you know, in the end, I think it worked to our benefit than the rest of the field, maybe. But yeah, look, great performance.
Now let's head over to Ireland for 5 stakes to cover, including on Wednesday, where a pair of stakes happened at Naas. First up, we had the listed Marwell over 5 furlongs for 2-year-old fillies, where 7 went to post, including well-regarded Ipanema Queen and the favourite Havana Anna. The latter would wind up winning number 3 there, Havana Anna, by 3.5 lengths as the 6-4 choice. Gavin Ryan was aboard for Donnacha O'Brien and Gaynor Bloodstock. Ipanema Queen wound up second, and it was the second win in a row for the victorious daughter of Havana Grey.
Coming on towards the halfway stage, Cardiff by the Sea picks it up from Ipanema Queen, followed by Havana Anna, who's beginning to close. Coming under pressure is Lamia, who's followed by Descara, and then Manicourt and Solano Rose. Cardiff by the Sea is headed by Havana Anna on the stand side with 200 yards to go is Ipanema Queen, followed then by Manicourt, but skipping on is Havana Anna, and Gavin Ryan are readily opening up on the closing stages. Havana Anna kicks on again.
The second stakes that day was the listed Yeamanstown Stud Stakes for 3-year-olds and upward over 6 furlongs, where 10 went to post. He was led in the market by Sky Majesty, who was invading for William Haggis and did not disappoint by 3/4 of a length as the 11-10 favorite. Tom Marquand chipped in for the victory as well, wearing the colors of Tony Bloom. Carly Ridge was second. The winner is a 3-year-old Blue Point filly. This is her 4th win from 6 starts.
And then comes Shatters, who's followed by Bellafina, Lady with the Lamp, Nevis Island, Unexpected Issue. Sky Majesty just picks it up, racing with a little over a furlong to go. It's Sky Majesty and Tom Marquand who quicken up in the lead from Carla Ridge, who's trying to mount a challenge over on the far side as these two kick away from Sparkling Sea. Sky Majesty just has it from Carla Ridge. They're running up towards the finish. Sky Majesty, the Omas Town's going for export.
Look, she's a lovely filly. I was probably naive of me not to come before. We sent a couple of alright ones over, and the calendars just meant that I decided to stay at home stupidly. And yeah, listen, this filly was one that I wanted to chase over, and she sort of duly obliged. I thought she was strong through her last 100, and just enjoyed the extra bit of cut in the ground of what she's been receiving yet this year.
Yeah, William Red felt the ground would really suit her today. Did it feel that way?
Yeah, definitely. Look, we didn't go overly hard early. I was sort of expecting there to be a little bit more tempo, and the fact that the track bias has been so strong, I thought there'd be a race on for that, and we didn't go overly strong, so that probably didn't suit her too well. But the stiff finish and the nice slow ground just really helped her sort of see it to best effect.
Yeah, we'll see her step up in grade, I'm sure, after this. She'll hold her own.
Yeah, look, she's obviously a filly that's punched in a higher grade already. She's a Group 2 winner. She ran very well in the Group 1 Commonwealth. Just nice to have her head back in front. Hopefully it sort of gets us back on that right trajectory. And she's a lovely filly, and really looks like she's come back to herself now.
Let's head over to Thursday at Leopardstown, where we have the Group 3 Saudi Cup Silver Flash Stakes for 2-year-old fillies over 7.5 furlongs. 5 went to post, with heavy favoritism falling on Coolmore's Composing, who ran quite well to justify that, winning by 3 1/4 lengths as the 4-9 favorite. Ryan Moore was aboard for Aidan O'Brien, and of course, the Coolmore Associates. Skydance was second. The winner is a daughter of Group 2 winner Epona Plays, and she's by Wooten Bassett, of course.
3 furlongs from home as they approach the straight. The Saudi Cup Silver Flash Stakes. The leader by a length and a half is Composing, with moving off in pursuits Mexi, relegated to third, is a push along Brownstown, and then Red Autumn and Skydance. 4 and a half left to go, and it is Composing now by a couple of lengths. Just Mexi rejoined for second by Brownstown. Skydance is trying to stay on ahead of Red Autumn, but out in front by 2.5 to 3 is Composing and Ryan Moore. Skydance comes home on the outside of Smexy and Brownstown, but up towards the finish it is Composing who builds on her maiden success.
The other stakes at Leopardstown on Thursday was the Group 3 JRA Tyro Stakes for 2-year-olds over 7.5 furlongs, the male equivalent of the Silver Flash. 4 went to post, topped in the market by promising Wooten Bassett colt Flushing Meadows. But he couldn't get it done as North Coast won by an easy 6 lengths as the 3-1 second choice, with Dylan McMonagle aboard for Joseph O'Brien. Wearing the famous John Oxley colors, more associated with the United States, he won well here, beating out Flushing Meadows. Prospect Thunder and Flanker Jet completed the quartet.
To be a long last now as they run round the home turn. 2.5 furlongs to go. The Japan Racing Association Tyro Stakes. They level up for the judge, North Coast, with Ridden Along in second to try and pick up is Flushing Meadows, leaving behind the other pair, racing with just over a furlong to go, and it is North Coast by 2 lengths to Flushing Meadows, trying very hard to close the gap, but is failing to do so as North Coast is impressively upstaging Flushing Meadows and the Japan Racing Association Tyro Stakes.
And the last race we will cover in Ireland was over on Saturday at Galran Park, the 250 with the listed Marble City Stakes for 3-year-olds over 12 furlongs. An octet went to post, including favoritism falling on Acapulco Bay for Ballydoyle. And in the end, though, it wasn't Aidan O'Brien, it was Joseph O'Brien winning this one for Admit, wearing the famous Stavros Niarchos colors of Flaxman Stables. Dylan McMonagle and Joseph O'Brien got their second stakes wins of the weekend. Sharpen was second, the favorite checking back into third.
is Acapulco Bay. Behind him, Duressa and Drama Queen. Emit leads, passed with less than 2 to race. Emit tackled by Sharpen on the stand side. Acapulco Bay trying to come home in the centre of the course. Behind him is Duressa. Sharpen is at the front. Over on the far side, Emit. Behind him, Acapulco Bay and Duressa, but well inside the final furlong. Sharpen, Emit is rallying on the rail. 50 yards to race. Emit on the rail getting up. It's 51 for the season for Dylan Brown McMonigal.
Very straightforward horse. He got into a good rhythm. When I took it off Gary down into the straight, he was having a little look in front, and Gavin quickened up and he nearly went a length up on me, 2 down, but I always felt like once I got my lad gathered up, I got him into top gear, I'd get him back, and the last furlong he was good and strong, but he's got a really good attitude.
Loves that ground as well, to be fair, and he's showed a really good attitude also. You seem to go even fractions all the way.
Yeah, it was nice and smooth. He's a big striding horse. I just got him into a nice rhythm and kept it smooth. But he was probably the best horse in the race, looking at his form, and hopefully he can progress now, but definitely going a mile and 6 should bring out even more improvement, hopefully.
Now let's look at what's coming up this week. It is a pretty exciting week, but mostly on the United States side, as it is the Whitney Stakes, the biggest race of the summer for older horses. We also have action on each side of the Atlantic, very exciting things to follow here on Dubai Racing Channel. This is the last past the post of the 24-25 season. We will see you back here in October. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Michael Adolphson, and may all your photo finishes be winning ones.